If you're a trustee, you have a duty to enforce legal claims. So as trustee, you have to take stock of all the rights and all the assets that a trust has. And one of those rights and assets could be a claim against somebody else, against a debtor. You know, maybe money was lent to somebody and they're not paying it back. Maybe there was a contract where the trust is owed money and the money's not being paid. In those instances, a trustee must take action, or at least look into taking action. Now, you as an individual, you have no obligation to sue and enforce your own rights. If you don't want to sue on your own behalf, you don't have to. You know, if somebody has taken money or refuses to pay you on a contract and you want to just let it go, that's perfectly fine. Nothing in our legal system requires you to enforce your own claims. Not so with a trustee. With a trustee, they actually are obviously watching over the money that belongs to somebody else. And that means that they have obligations that individuals simply don't have. One of the important obligations a trustee has is to file suit and enforce these claims so that the money that is owed to the trust can be paid to it. Now, that doesn't mean that the trustee has to file a lawsuit if it makes no economic sense to do so. So if somebody owes the trust $100, it's not going to make much sense to pay an attorney $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 to try and recover $100. And so in that instance, the trustee can look into it, can evaluate some options, and then decide, you know, it's not worth it. I'm not going to enforce this claim because financially it doesn't make any sense. But the trustee at least has to consider it and look into it. Now, let's say the trust is owed $500,000. Now, filing a lawsuit and going after that money suddenly becomes much more required of the trustee because the costs of litigation are not going to exhaust the $500,000 most likely that's owed to the trust. So in that case, the trustee would have to file suit. They would have to hire a lawyer. They would have to file a lawsuit in court, and they would have to enforce those claims.